Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Psychic TV International. My name is Harry T, and it is Saturday, the 19th of November at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Time. It is flying this year, and you know what? I just had a look at my diary and I was hyperventilating. I have so much to do. It's actually not even funny. I've got to be somewhere next week. I haven't even organized that. It's just crazy. But anyway, is everyone sort of like me as well right now? The year is so getting away from us that there is so much to do. You know, we've got Christmas in like basically a month. It's crazy. Hi Sheree, hi Katika, hi Ash. I've got a bit of a migraine today, I'll be honest. So I'm a little bit, thingo. But that's okay. We'll get through the show and then I'll be gone. Chantel, hi everyone. So we have a special show. Lucky Ben Graham is on a solo show, which is amazing. And I haven't seen Ben in a while, actually. Hi, Diane. Good to see you. Hi, Tanya. Hi, everybody. Oh, good. So lovely to see you all. Okay. Hi, Simone. Oh, thank you so much. God bless you. So if you could please like this video and share it, that would be fabulous. And then we'll get to know Ben Graham a little bit more. He's wonderful. I love him. Let me just double check the Facebook page. Cherie did say hi before. I did see her. Yes, she's still there. Good. Hi, Jenny. So please like this video and please share this video because we're going to get to know Ben Graham a little bit more. And the website is psychictvinternational.com. Phone numbers are scrolling down on the bottom of your screen, also above my head. I'll read them out to you. The phone number in Australia is 0290710199. Phone number in the US, 191437377280. Phone number in Canada is 17788071426. And the phone number worldwide is +61 4888 The psychic who is available currently at the moment to take your call is Trelina. Her PIN is 9159. I met Trelina actually. When did we film? I can't even remember when we filmed. We filmed recently in Sydney. I flew in and flew out. And I met her. She was there. And oh yes, on that note, the show that we recorded will be airing on Foxtel's Aurora channel next Thursday. So Thursday the 24th at 8:30 p.m. You will be able to watch the studio audience show. I hosted it and I had some psychics with me, and we had a live studio audience and psychics were platforming. It was actually incredible. That episode 1 will air at 8:30 p.m. on Foxtel's Aurora channel. I do believe after it's aired, it will be available on YouTube and possibly on our Facebook page as well afterwards. So there will be no live Facebook show next Thursday. So you've got tonight on Facebook, and then I believe you'll have the following Saturday on Facebook. But the actual television series, the show, will be in replacement of the Thursday episode next week. And I'm not actually too sure if that will be an ongoing Thursday thing. It may be. So I'm actually not 100%, but I do know that definitely next Thursday, it will be on the big screen, small screen, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I've been on television a million times. So for me, it's just like, whatever. But I know a lot of the psychics are very excited about it. So, and of course, it's great for our show, Psychic TV International. Now, on that note, we also are filming again. I believe it is on the 15th of December. And I also believe that tickets for that are available right now from the Facebook page. So if you look, I think, beneath this video, you should be able to see a link. It's an Eventbrite link, which production have made. And you can literally go to that and you can purchase tickets to be part of that studio audience. The filming is in Sydney. And the date is the 15th of December. It will be an afternoon show. So I think it's about 1 to 4 they'll film. And provided I can fly in and fly out again, I'll be hosting it. You know what? I've got to be up in Sydney again this coming week. And I'm trying to do a fly in, fly out, but I can't because I've got an awards ceremony to get to. And I can't basically leave because Sydney has a curfew where you can't fly out of Sydney after I think it's 10 p.m. And the thing that I'm going to doesn't really finish till 10 p.m. So I'm going to have to stay. And considering how busy I am, I don't really have time to stay. But anyway, that's another story. Hi, everyone. Andrew is excited. Yes, Andrew, you're one of our regulars. Sheree is busy. Her son has asked. Oh, your son has been asked to be a guest keynote speaker at a school. Then the next day is his formal. Then the week after is another awards night. It's for, you know what, Sheree? You started this trend because remember you and I were both not leaving the house. I'm still not. I'm trying not to leave the house, but I still am. Mind you, yesterday, do you know what happened? I'll just give you guys a little bit of a private insight into my life. Mind you, I did say it on my Instagram story in the secret hope that the culprit would reveal themselves, but no luck. Do you know, I went for lunch with a friend yesterday, left my car in a car park, as you do, you park your car, right? And would you believe it that I got back to my car and my car had been smashed by another car? No note, no nothing. A car just smashed my car and obviously drove off. And I believe that they were trying to reverse park in the spot next to me. I think, I'm just guessing. And obviously they didn't know how to drive. And instead of parking their car, they hit my car. And this is not a little hit. It's a huge hit. Like, it's massive, to the point where I noticed it immediately. The whole side of my car is just indented to the point where my friend was scared that if I open the door, I won't be able to shut it again. And the person just drove off. No notes, no nothing. Can you believe that? Can you believe people do that? I was shocked. If I ever did something like that, I would probably stay at the car until the owner of the vehicle even came. Like, the least the person could do is leave a note and a number. No, they didn't. They just smashed my car and drove off. So anyway, so I am getting out, but then obviously problems are arising. But yeah, terrible. Okay, so yeah, that's another story. I know it's terrible. Has that ever happened to you guys? Oh, I mean, it was the first time it's happened to me, and I was telling friends about it, and they said that that's happened to them as well. Who does that? I can't even imagine. Imagine just leaving your car in a car park, innocently going about your day, and then you come back to discover that your parked vehicle is smashed. Can you imagine? And no note. Crazy. Sheree, what do you think about that? You're similar to, yeah, I can imagine. If only I could find them. Anyway, if you're watching, not good. I will find you. Anyway, let's bring on Ben Graham and we'll meet him. He's got a solo show. Please like and share this video. And if you've liked and shared it, ask spiritual questions. You can ask psychic questions. You can ask mediumship questions. You can ask questions about Ben. I'm going to ask him stuff anyway. And you can ask a little bit more about the process. I saw a really good question somewhere. Good evening, Harry. Just popping in to say hello. Leslie, did you hear what I just said? I don't know if you were on or if you just came on. Did you hear about my car? Maybe not, because Leslie's a bit similar as well. So if you didn't hear, long story. Oh, you did hear, yeah. Can you believe that? Oh, Chantel said that. Sorry, that was an accident. I didn't mean to bring that. Can you even imagine that happens, Leslie? I'm telling you, I was not happy. Anyway, that's an ordeal. I don't even know really how to deal with it because if I go through insurance and I've got to pay for it and all, it's just a terrible thing. All right. Anyway, listen, like and share this video. Once you've liked and shared it, come back in the comment section. We're going to bring Ben on. And Ben, you can ask him questions. Kim, don't ask me a question. And also, you've got to like and share the video. Leslie said, yes, I saw your story. Unbelievable, disrespectful people. Yes, very. It was horrific. I was so annoyed. There's some people. Anyway, I like you, Leslie. I met Leslie at the studio thing, and you'll see her. She platformed. I don't know what episode's going to air on Thursday because I think we filmed about 3, but they were all amazing, and it was really phenomenal. So we've got episode 1 airing next Thursday, and yeah, I liked working with Leslie. She was fun. No, there are no security cameras. Of course, that was the first thing that I checked. It was in a car park that was outside, so really it was only other cars and trees. that were watching. Do you know what's really annoying about that though? The car park beside me, where I parked, where I wanted to park, but it was full. It was like capacity. That has cameras. So no, unfortunately, I missed out on the footage. But anyway, that's another story. So if it ever happens to you, I am very sorry to hear because it happened to me and it is a terrible feeling. And I've got a nice car and right now it looks so bad. It's really upsetting. Anyway, we will move on. Oh, I love you, Leslie. You're great. All right, let's go and bring Ben on. Ben Graham. Oh, I can see him. I can't hear him. Hello.
G'day, Harry. How are you, mate? How you going?
Hi, Ben.
Hey, Harry, how
I'm
you going?
good. How are you? How are you going?
Good, mate. A little bit of a lag in case, mate.
I have no idea what you just said. Ben, can you hear me?
Can you
Hello?
hear me all right? Okay.
Not really. I can see you, but
Yeah.
you're...
No.
Hello?
I can hear Harry.
Yeah, no. Yes, but we can't hear you, Ben.
Can you
Say
hear me,
something,
mate?
Ben. Talk. Yeah, but I think I hear you about 5 minutes later. Say something, Ben, so we can hear how this goes.
Okay. Yeah. Harry, it's just really, really bad here, the coverage. I don't know if you can hear me all right, but
That's better.
I just can't help it. It's just a Wi-Fi out this way.
That's better.
Yep.
That's better.
Okay,
Okay,
mate.
amazing.
Awesome.
All right, Ben, how are you?
Oh, good, Harry. Really good, thank you.
Good.
Sorry about the lag.
Good.
It's just the way it is.
That's all
Yeah,
right.
good, mate. Good.
Yeah, you told me about the lag before. Someone said, "Is it the weather?"
Oh.
And I'm not sure. It might be. Okay, so it might be. All right, we can hear you now, which is amazing. And guys, yeah, it might lag a little bit on Ben's end. So if I talk to him and he answers a little bit delayed, it's because he must be hearing it after we've said it. Everyone is saying hi to you, Ben.
Yeah.
Ben, tell us a little bit more about you.
Oh, awesome. Hey, Harry, I'm a psychic medium, and what that really means is that I'm just working on your behalf, on people's behalf. I just tune into spirit, and I just learn how to listen to spirit. That's all. I just use all my senses. I just open up with a prayer. And yeah, I basically just use my senses, and I use my sixth sense, so to speak, and I've just taken it to a new level. I'm just just a psychic medium, so past, present, and future, and the mediumship is what I'm.
You cut out after you said the word mediumship, Ben.
Okay, can you hear me, Harry?
Ben?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I can hear you say, can you hear me? Okay, so yeah, so I didn't hear anything after you said mediumship. So mediumship is what?
Okay, just mediumship is what I'm about. So, I mean, but I do past, present, and future. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, you know what's happening? I'm talking to you and you're answering
so
about
bad,
3
Harry.
minutes later. That's okay. Yeah, it's people are asking, is he on the phone or a laptop? I don't know. What are you using, Ben? Oh God, he's like, hello, Ben.
It's on my laptop. It's on my daughter's laptop.
Yeah, it's on his laptop.
Yeah,
it's his laptop. Yeah. So this is going to be a little
Harry,
bit interesting.
Harry, what am I?
He's answering me like after I've spoken. Like this is going to be tricky. All right,
hey, Crystal,
Ben, do you want to swap devices, because this is going to be really hard because you're answering me a long time after I've actually spoken, and then you're talking over me by accident because I'm talking. Yeah. Okay. Can you swap devices?
I'll swap devices. Just give us a minute, Harry.
All right. Amazing. All right. I'm just removing him. Okay. So he's going to swap devices. There must be something with his internet connection. But anyway, I'll chat amongst you all. How is everybody? Let's see. Ben will change device and see if that fixes. That was so funny because I noticed that there was a lag, and then obviously after the lag, I noticed that he was answering me like long after I've spoken. It's like, hey, Ben, how are you? Silence. And then, Ben, can you hear me? I'm good, thank you. Anyway, I love him. It's no fault of his. He's just having an internet connection. Hi. Sheree said maybe he needs to plug on. Leslie said happy to jump on and help out. Well, it was a solo show for Ben, so if he can't fix it, I'm happy to actually go, because I've got a real bad migraine anyway. So let's just figure out if Ben's going to come back. Otherwise, maybe we'll have to call it. Let's talk amongst ourselves. You know what I'll do? How about you like and share this video, and in the comments section, write that you've liked and shared and leave a question. And I'm going to go through and just pick some and star them so I'm ready and I've already found some. How about we do that? It's killing me. All right, let me favorite some of them that I can see since we've got time. So this is actually a really good opportunity for you guys now to do this. So like and share this video. And while we're waiting for Ben, write that you've liked and shared it with a specific question. And while I've got the time, I'm going to scroll through and just star some, and we'll go from there. Let me just see. There's lightning outside. Isn't that amazing? Let me keep going. Oh, Cherie's given a perfect example. So you can see Cherie's written, example, liked and shared. Will I move house soon? So that's a great example. So like this video and share this video. And then in the comment, write something like what Cherie's just done. Liked and shared, will I move house soon? Okay, that'll be perfect. All right, Ben is back. Ben!
Hey, Harry. I hope that's
perfect. 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 We can see you. We can hear you. It's amazing.
Oh, thanks, mate. Sorry about that. It's just a
No, it's not your fault.
Yeah, I just got to bring my phone now. My daughter helped me set it up. I'm just hopeless at this sort of stuff.
How
good
good.
to see you, mate.
It's good to see you. Okay, Ben is back. And Ben, we can see you perfectly and we can hear you perfectly. And you're in perfect timing, which is amazing. All right.
Perfect.
So listen, Ben, repeat that. So who are you and what do you do?
Okay, what I am, what I do, I'm a psychic medium. So what that really means is that I just work with past, present, and future. I've just learned how to tune in, so to speak. I open up all my six senses, and mediumship is what I'm passionate about. So if you haven't seen me work, you try to come and watch me work, because in the audience sort of thing, and it's sort of, that's what I'm passionate about. But saying that, I can do this over the phone, obviously through Zoom sort of thing. But you know what, it's really just anyone can do it. It's not like a it's not something that I've just sort of been chosen or anything like that. What it is just that I've taken a little bit further. I've sort of studied, I've learned, and what I really do, the big thing is I just try to I ask your loved ones to trust me and believe in me that I'm going to do the right thing on their behalf for you and pass messages on. And that's what I really do. I just sort of open up my sixth sense, and I ask the spirit world to believe in me and trust me that I'm going to do the right thing on your behalf for your loved ones, if that makes sense. I hope that helps.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Ben, you sound actually perfect right now. Whatever you're using,
awesome.
I think you should keep using it.
Oh, well, sorry about that.
I know everyone is saying, hi, Ben, you sound so much better. I know. And your camera looks good. You actually look better as well. You look good and you sound good now. Perfect.
Thanks, Harry. It's just on my phone, believe it or not. I should have done this before.
Well, you know what? Sometimes it's like weird because a certain device connects better to your internet. I don't know why. And maybe because the phone, I suppose, is a smaller, I don't know, maybe it's small, I don't know. But I know that some other people have exactly the same thing. In fact, even me, my phone is actually better than my computer.
Wow.
I've got a laptop, a desktop, a computer. I've got all these Apple things, and the internet is different on all of them. So I think it's a thing.
Okay.
All right, listen. So Ben, I want to ask you some questions. Hi, everybody that's saying hi to everyone. I'm going to ask you some questions. So when did you first discover your ability?
This is going to be an awesome night, Harry, and I'm glad we're doing these sort of questions. It's going to be excellent. I sort of discovered what I could do probably about 9 years ago. I basically fell into it. I didn't know what mediumship was. I didn't know what psychic stuff was. The only thing I really seen was an episode of South Park, believe it or not. I really didn't know what it was. And I sort of just fell into it. And you know what? I sort of knew things what were going to happen beforehand. And then I knew I was going to go through a divorce, and I just knew a few other things way before they sort of happened. And that's how it sort of happened for me. And then I went to a spiritual group, a spiritual church, and I sort of fell in love with it. I found my passion. I found something that I want to do, want to sort of with my whole life. I want to put my whole life into this. And so it's been about 8 to 9 years, and I've been training for quite a while. And the best time and the only time you're really going to learn is when you're feeling uncomfortable. And believe it or not, tonight we're uncomfortable because it wasn't working for me. So, and that's how you grow. And I hope that people want to listen. And I hope that if you're interested in it, anyone can do this. I really do. I think, we could all sort of run, but, not everyone's going to be Usain Bolt. Look, no one's going to be the fastest. But it's what you put into it. I mean, if you put everything into it, the spirit will never let you down, so to speak. Thanks, Harry.
Very good. All right, awesome. So what would your favorite experience be up until now? Have you got one?
Well, Harry, I've done a lot of readings now in the last, say 6 years, basically. I've really pushed myself out there, and there's no sort of favorite. It's easier actually to tell you what I've got wrong. It's sort of easier that way. If that makes sense.
Sure. Go with that.
I remember I remember I'd done a group reading, and there was about 30 people there, and I was reading so well, and the spirit world was trusting me, and everything was going so good. And I went to a lady and I read her. I brought mum through, dad through. I got a couple of names. I brought a brother through. And right at the end there, she came up to me when it was finished and said she was waiting for her son. And that just hurt me so much. I thought, wow, was I enjoying it too much that I didn't move my mind a bit further behind? And they're the things there we sort of hold on to. And to me, that's where you learn the most. And to me, they're the best readings, because you know what? I realised that maybe I should have looked a bit further. Maybe I wasn't supposed to bring him through. Maybe I don't know. But to say the best readings, it's easier to say the ones that I wish I could do a little bit more or a little bit better. That's easier for me to say that way. I've had some really good readings. I've read my daughter once in the audience once, and it was really, really interesting. And I said things to her that she knew I didn't know, and right. I think that's awesome.
That's amazing. Can I say something on that note? By the way, thank you, Teresa. People are loving the questions that I'm asking you. None of this was planned, by the way. We're just sort of winging it.
Oh, Harry,
I used to have. When I say I used to have, I mean he passed over. But I was friends with a guy called Larry King. He was a very famous talk show host, and he never prepared questions. He would often say it's better to go by the actual interview and discussion and go from there. So I actually agree with that. Do you know who he is, Ben, or no?
Yeah, I've actually looked you up, Harry. And
you know me though. You already know me.
I've looked you up, and I watched that interview, and I watched you do a few readings on his show, and you're right, Harry. I mean, they put you sort of on the spot, and I think you've done really well that day. And I study all the mediums, I really do, because we learn off everyone else. And I've watched you a few times on YouTube and stuff like that, and like you deliver it from the heart, Harry, and that's what we're all trying to do. We're trying to deliver it with honesty. And I think that when you deliver your messages, even though you laugh a lot and it's amazing, you deliver it with honesty. And I think that's what as a medium, that's what we're trying to do.
If you've watched my shows, which I didn't know until now, by the way, have you seen like stage shows that I've done? Like
I have. I watched you do a stage show, and they had the lady from Married at First Sight. She was the host.
Oh, that's my Sarah. I've known her for about 16 years maybe.
Yeah, and I watched that. I watched that show, and just you were really on fire. And
I know.
And you were enjoying it, and I think that's the thing. That's the key. Once you start enjoying it, you've
They freak me out. They freak me out. Like afterwards, people will tell me. I mean, I can get first names, last names. Some of those shows that you've watched. I mean, I had like a drunk dog come through in one of those ones that you were talking about. like really far-fetched things. And I think for me, because I've done this for like so long, and I was probably one of the first original television psychics like in Australia. So like back when this sort of aired, I was one of the originals, and now it's a lot more common, and now it's a lot more popular because of social media. But when I was sort of starting, there was no such thing. There was no Facebook. There was no Instagram. There was nothing. So, it's interesting to see how much has changed. It really has.
Yeah. As an I just sort of say up and coming. As an up and coming medium, I mean, it's to me.
I think you're more than that. I think you're well arrived.
Oh, thanks. To me personally, it's about the messages, and I mean, all the fancy stuff, fair enough. But it's the messages, If you really look at mediums and you watch the way they deliver messages, that's where it counts to me personally.
Yeah, I agree.
I've seen the big names. I really have. I've gone and seen the big names without dropping their names. I've seen the international acts and stuff like that. And I mean, in Australia, I think we've got some really good talent in Australia. Yourself, Florence King. There's a guy called Ezio De Angelis. You guys are like the pioneers in Australia, and we're all us guys are just sort of trying to take it to that level as well, and that's what we're aiming for.
Well, I'm so glad, Ben, because it's an absolute honor to see people like you who are well and truly arrived. There's no up and coming with you, but really, it's just great to see, because I think nowadays with social media, I think a lot of people sort of take it almost like in a little bit of a joke. Like there are so many very popular ones who have only been doing this for about maybe 2 years since COVID. COVID sort of changed the way people use social media. And I used to have people that used to follow me, Ben, who all of a sudden became mediums and psychics, which is great. but only through COVID. And what they did is they're very clever with their social media, and they've just
100%.
ballooned.
Yeah.
Like they've got more followers than I do on social media. I mean, if people saw them on the street, no one would know who they were. But on social media, they're very popular, and I think that's an interesting take on it, isn't it? Because when people like me started this was not popular. It wasn't. You know, so it's interesting to see how it's changed.
You know yourself, Harry. When you see someone read, I mean, we interpret things wrong as well, and but if you see, someone says say 5 or 6 pieces of information, and only one piece of information is right. Like, are they really working for Spirit? Are they really doing the right thing? Like it's that sort of scenario.
I think also, Ben. I think we all work so differently, right?
Yeah.
And I think, for example, I'm very personality led. Like, obviously, I'm very accurate, but with my accuracy, I also like to bring a lot of humor because that's my personality. I mean, it wouldn't be me if I was, a very, monitor. I've just got a big personality, so that's how I sort of work. And I think with you, your personality, if you look at your own work, you will notice that your personality combines with your ability. It just is. Some people are drier. There are some mediums who are terrific, but they're as dry as toast.
Exactly.
So they'll give a reading which is very accurate, but they're very dry. Or have you noticed that?
Yeah, I know a few, and I've taken my kids to watch a few different mediums who are like that, and I said to them, and my kids said it wasn't entertaining, and I said to my kids, yeah, but the information, and as a medium, I go for the information, but the information was top notch, but it wasn't entertaining. It was very hard to watch. Their personality, I've watched them say a few times. Let's say I watch one medium and I've seen him live, say 6 times. It's the same joke. It's the same scenario.
Right.
Yeah, but with you, Harry, and a couple other mediums, your personality shines right through. And I remember my son when he come and watched me do just a church, and afterwards he said to me, I wasn't sure if it was mediumship or a comedy act, and it was pretty.
I love that.
Yeah,
that's awesome. That is awesome. That's great feedback, because I think, it's like anything. You can give the information 10 different ways. So, for example, you can say, hi, my name is Ben, 10 different ways, So,
exactly right, Harry.
So the information can always be accurate, but everyone delivers it differently. So I think you seem to resonate with a lot of people because everybody loves you.
Thank you.
And it's just great to see. So Ben, I want to know something else. So, know how you brought up that thing about the lady that you were doing a reading for? You were loving it. It was great. All the information was amazing. And then she came up to you and said, I was really hoping to hear from my son.
Yeah.
And obviously she heard from everyone else. So I just want to say something, and then I want to ask you something about that. Yeah. Why did you feel bad about that? Because I think, if anything, that was a terrific example of something a medium should not do, which is not try and get the person that the person is looking for. Because I think where mediums go wrong is they will get so much right and they'll help so many people through so many messages. And then the sitter or the receiver or the client will then say, look, that was amazing, but I really wanted to hear. Because the truth is, Ben, when someone tells you something and then uses the word but, it means that what they've said before doesn't really matter. So if they say, that was amazing, but I wanted to hear from my son, what they're really saying is, I wanted to hear from my son.
Yeah.
So as the medium, your position would probably be better suited to be an educator of, well, maybe you weren't meant to hear from your son today. Maybe you were meant to hear from your mum, or maybe you were meant to hear from someone else because for whatever reason you weren't meant to hear from your son. I think that's better. As for example, once I did a reading for someone, and I can't remember exactly what happened, but I got all this information. I mean, literally got the first names, last names. Like, I get names a lot. That's how I've sort of became known. I literally get names, and I got the names of all these people, and then they were like, "Oh, I really want to hear from so and so." I'm like, "But that person's not around you at the moment. I don't know why, but they're not." And I could pretend that they are here, but I didn't get that. So I think it becomes more of an educational piece of, they will always be with you. They'll always watch over you. But for whatever reason, similar to like calling someone on the phone, I think is the analogy. I could ring you on your mobile and you might not answer.
Yeah.
Or I could ring you on Friday and you will answer. It's the same thing. Yeah. Because communication is communication.
100%. On the night, it was in an audience, and she was okay about it at the end. She said, "I was really waiting for my son," and I said to her, "I'm so sorry, I didn't see him." And
No, but it's not sorry. You're not. You shouldn't be sorry.
Yeah, and I said to her, and I was talking to her about it, and she was okay about it. But you're right, Harry. I sort of run a couple of meetings that I know, and I was talking to them about it, and they said exactly what you said. I wasn't looking for her son though, but everyone that came through, and who was supposed to come through that night.
Totally, 100%.
But they're the ones that, as a medium, I'm learning to do as well. Where, as in, I'm accepting that I can't bring everyone through.
It's not possible.
That night, I just had a sensational night. I think I read something like, in the audience. I think I read like 10 people in that audience, and it was just over an hour, and that night I sort of just took a step back, and I think they're good nights as well, because it sort of keeps you grounded. It keeps you not it keeps the ego in check, so to speak. And that night I was upset with myself for a while. Then after around a few people, then I realised, you're right. It's true. I wasn't supposed to bring him through, and it was a learning
trial and error. It's a trial and error. It's trial and error,
right?
and it's learning, and you learn through experience. But look at this. People are loving this chat. They said, "I'm loving this chat between the two of you. You're both such inspiration."
Thanks, Harry.
So, of course, my pleasure. I mean, why not? We can do it, so why not? All right, let's. I've picked some questions, but I want to sort of ask a little bit more. Okay, so what do you? Are you going to be at the next filming? Because I didn't meet you. I didn't see you at the filming.
Yeah, we've at the moment, Harry. I've just made a bit of notice. At the moment, work. This is the busiest time of year for us at work.
Right.
And I definitely want to go to the next one, just as long as they give me a little bit of notice so I can organise things for work. But
yeah, I get it.
I was so looking forward to it, but it just wasn't meant to be, if that makes sense. But
hopefully I'll be there that day.
For that day. Hopefully I'm there for the next one, because I was really looking forward to meeting you.
It was really good. It was really
good. On you, Harry.
And awesome. I think also it's great to have like a studio audience, and then people like platformed, and then it goes on television. I just think it was really. I think it's a good opportunity, Ben. So if you can, I think try to come to the next one, definitely.
Most definitely, yeah.
Definitely.
I feel like that sort of scene is my strengths, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So that's what I want to do.
Oh, well then I'd love you to go to the next one. Fingers crossed.
Thanks, Harry.
That would be great. You know what I will say though, in the world of television, everything is so last minute. It is so last minute. I remember so many times I've been on shows and I literally like got calls about it like 12 hours before. Like it's a thing, it's a thing. I'm not even joking. Like it's a thing.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those things. You know what? Let's. I've got some really nice questions here. Can I just show you this about you? Callie said Ben is the real deal. He brought through my nan and mentioned Avon perfume, which he could smell, and she wore that when she was alive. That's a great. Thank you, Callie. I love that. Yeah, Teresa, I'm loving this chat between the two of you. You're both such inspiring, amazing people. Oh, we love that. We love that. Florence is great, Cherie. You went and watched her at the Opera House, didn't you? I think you did.
Yeah, it was such a good night. I got to meet Cherie there. So
you met her?
Yeah, I met Cherie. Yeah.
Oh, you met her?
Yeah, I went straight up to her and introduced myself to her. She is so lovely, Harry.
I love her. I love her.
Amazing. Yeah,
Cherie, I mean, I've never got the chance to meet her. I mean, she obviously lives in Sydney. And Cherie, try to come to the next filming show, because maybe Ben will be there and I'll be there. Yeah. And I mean, everyone loves Cherie. Cherie's the best.
She is so, Harry, she's really nice. Yeah, she's so
I can imagine. She seems really good. You know what? On that note, let's give her a reading, because I love her.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
Let me all. Cherie, are you still there? Are you still there? Maybe she's not watching anymore. We're all raving about Cherie. I know, where is Cherie? All right, let's see. Let me bring on. Oh, she is there. Thank you for the lovely words. She's the best.
She is the best.
Yeah, look, here we go. Let's give her first reading, because we love Cherie. All right. Cherie, I've loved and shared. My son was one of 3 who won an individual award on Monday night out of about 100 students. Amazing. And was offered by a principal from a different school to come work for him at the school. He also has his own school offering him work. What do you see for him next year? Wow, everyone wants your son. That's great.
Well, you know what, Cherie, it's so easy to say, because obviously it's positive, and your son's got a good head on his shoulders, you know, and it's obviously the upbringing as well. And so take credit for it too, you know. He's a young gentleman. He really is. And I think that everything's going to be positive for him, even though you've just told us everything. I think definitely tell him to go for it. And I know he wants to play football and everything else, but you know what? That's just something that is there. You know, there's other things for him. There's definitely more steps in front of him for new things. And I think this is going to be really good for him. I really do. And I think that he should do it anyway, which he's going to. And you don't need me to tell you that. And I think it's just going to be all positive. And, you know, he's a likable person. He really is. And I've met you, so obviously your son's very similar to you. And I think that he's got a kind heart. I don't know. I just feel a picture of him and I just feel that he would be a bigger guy. So I think that people are drawn to him and people approach him and tell him things, you know, and tell him to keep his head up high and to go for it. I think that he's a role model and he's going to be a role model for other students. And I think I really like him. I'll leave it there. Thanks, Harry.
That's amazing. That's great. Sure, that's great news. Thank you, Ben. All right, let's go with another reading. By the way, Sheree said Ben is amazing. I love that. Yeah, I'm so glad you got to meet her. I really want to meet her. She invited me over for dinner. I think she was cooking her husband's birthday dinner. Obviously, I'm in Melbourne though, and she was making all these feasts. I'm like, oh my god, I so would have come. All right, let's go with Haley. Haley said, I've liked and shared. When do you see me meeting someone long term?
Oh, nice, Haley. You know, sometimes, Haley, we just got to go through things to get the right person, you know, and I feel like that you've got a good head on your shoulders too, you know, Haley. I want you to remember what's right for you, you know. Sometimes we just accept things what aren't great. You don't need to. Sometimes we attract things that we're used to as well, you know. Sometimes we attract people in our lives that we do little lessons with and everything else. I think that's something what you're doing at the moment. I think that you're having the same. Have a look at like people that you do date and have a look at. I reckon that everyone's been very, very similar. I feel like that you're someone who tries to rescue people and help them. You're probably attracted to the bad boys a little bit like that. I feel like that you read a lot too, so I want you to just change and sometimes go for someone a little bit different, so to speak. Mr. Right is there because you're going to make it happen. You know, I don't think you're definitely ready for a long-term relationship yet. And you're probably yelling at the screen, I am. But I don't think you are. I think you're setting yourself up in other things. I think that you're sort of setting yourself up to travel a little bit as well. I don't know if you still live at home, but I feel like that money's not an issue, so to speak. I think money comes in very easily, but money goes out a bit easy too. I want you to just have a look at the relationships you do have and the sort of people that you're attracting and, you know, and stop that, so to speak. You don't need to save people. And you know what? You want someone who's going to treat you the way that you treat them. And if you're not getting that, don't accept that, okay? And I think that Mr. Right's around the corner when you're ready for it as well, okay? I know it sort of sounds a little bit up there, but I'll leave it there. Thanks, Harry.
That's true. Beautiful reading. Thank you, Haley. That's amazing. Okay, let's go with, we'll do another one. And then I might ask you some more questions.
Yeah, awesome.
Because, you know, otherwise it gets so repetitive. Reading.
Yeah.
Did I say reading enough? No. All right, let's go with oh, what a beautiful, oh yes, this is a regular. Erin's a regular. Loved and shared. Happy Saturday to two of my favorites. Oh, we love you. I'd love any messages from Spirit if you're drawn by any of my people. Thanks in advance.
Oh, beautiful, Erin. You know, as you said that, as I'm looking, you know, I don't know. I could be wrong though, but it might be just in the family though. But I just thought I seen a child in the spirit world, so to speak. It just felt like a very, very young energy to me. Maybe the child didn't have a breath on. You might know about this. I'm going to be very careful how I say this, but you might know about this in the family. It'll be connected. It'll be a bloodline. You just think about it for me. But I just seen that as you said that. I feel like that the child would be there. I don't know if it was a little boy, but it felt like that. But I know that it wouldn't have taken a breath. I know that something on those lines would be around you. You know what? You probably got dogs in the spirit world too, because I just felt like I've seen. I don't know. I just felt like I've seen a pack of dogs, and maybe that's just in your family, but they would be still around you, so to speak. You know, I don't see mum in the spirit or anything, but I see someone like that too. So I think that would probably be mum's mum in the spirit world, but it might be an auntie too. I don't know. I'm just sort of getting that, if that makes sense. Let us know in the comments anyway. But you know what? I don't know if you light a candle or, well, maybe it's one of those smelly things you light, those burning things. But I think that you're being asking for some help anyway. And I think the spirit world's listening to you. They really are. I want you to see the signs for yourself, okay? And I'll leave it there. Thanks, Erin.
Very good. Thank you, Erin. That was lovely. And thank you, Ben. I got feedback from Sheree, who we love. Sheree, I hope you can feel the love. All right.
Oh.
Feedback. Thank you so much, Ben. Oh my God, you're so right. He's mentoring some younger students at his school already. Amazing. And he always goes out of his way to help people. He has been nominated by his school for more awards to come, yet for being a brilliant leader, as he was his school captain this year. That's brilliant.
Amazing.
That's really good. That is really. Oh, she followed up. And Harry, you're still more than welcome to come for dinner one night. I'm sure you will enjoy a good cooked meal. Cherie, you are on. You are on. Cherie, you are on. please try to come to our studio audience. All right, let's go. I can hear some banging. It's the weirdest thing. Let's go with maybe another one, and then I'll ask you some more.
Okay, Harry. Yeah.
Yep, we just did that one. This is another one of our regulars, Karen. She's actually awake. It's 4 a.m. over there in New York.
Wow.
Liked and shared. Are there any messages from my husband, please? Is he proud of me? Thank you.
Oh, Aaron, you know what, Aaron? Like, sorry, Karen.
Karen,
you know,
Karen.
Sorry, you know what, Karen? Like, you know that, Karen. You know, I mean, we've just become friends on Facebook just recently, and to be honest with you, if anyone who knows me, I don't really do the Facebook thing. I really don't. Even though I'm on it, I don't really do it, sort of thing. I keep away from it. But I know that, you know, I don't know if it was in my heart or my lungs or something on those lines, but I just felt all this chest pain and stuff like that. I felt like I'm gasping for air with your husband. Is your husband proud of you? Of course he is. He really is. And, you know, and I know that you watch the show a lot because you've been on this show a few times, and you know your husband will be there. I always say they're only a forward away, and you know what? There's things in your house that you would have. I don't know if there's some sort of vase that you have, and maybe it's blue, and I don't know, it just looked like a seashell or something on those lines. Maybe it's just something very similar to that. I can see that, and I feel like that he shows me that. And it feels like there's no flowers in that. I really feel like that he wants you to buy flowers. I don't know if yellow is your color, but it feels like that he's giving me yellow roses. Let me know if that was something that you put on his grave or on his coffin or something on those lines. But he gives them to me in my mind, and I give them to you, and it's from him, so to speak. And let us know in the comments, though. But I know that that's what would happen. You know what? He's around you, and I know that you talk about him or think about him a lot. You really do. And when you have those quiet times when you're driving your car, I really feel like that he's sitting there with you and he's listening to you. You know, and I really believe that every day is one day closer to him. Okay, and you will reunite one day. And I'll leave it there. Thanks, Harry.
That's really sweet. That's awesome. Thank you, Karen. I want to give you feedback, mate.
Okay, mate.
What is that tapping? I can hear tapping. I swear I can hear something.
I can hear it too, Harry. Yeah.
Can you hear it as well? Is it
Yeah,
just me imagining?
No,
Okay.
I can hear it. Yeah.
All right. Erin is saying feedback. Oh, Ben, spot on. I've had a miscarriage. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I have a baby in the stars. I didn't know the sex, but I also felt it was a boy in spirit. I have a pack of dogs in real life and in spirit. My aunties and great aunties in spirit as well. Amazing.
Well, no,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Great feedback. All right, Benny. What is that noise? Hold on one
I
second.
can hear. I can hear
Can
it.
you hear it too?
Yeah, I can hear it, Harry. I can hear it too. Just a faint tap.
It's like a tap.
Yeah, I can hear it too. Yeah, I'm not touching nothing. Definitely
Yeah,
not
me
my
neither. I'm
side.
not even moving. I'm not even moving. That's why I'm trying to work out what it is. I'm not even moving. That's so weird. Anyway, who cares?
Yeah, I can hear it though. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear it too. I thought it was just me. Someone is saying they can hear a voice. Wow. And then someone said it sounds like someone's hitting a table. Yeah, I'm not even touching anything. It's
Yeah,
so
me either.
bizarre.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
It's weird, Harry. I can just faintly hear it.
Yeah, strange. All right, let's see the next one. You know what? On that note, let me have a cup of tea. On that note, let me have a cup of tea. Okay, let's go. Production said it's not me. I'm muted. That's all right. I don't know what it is. Who cares? All right,
Okay.
let's go with who cares? All right, let's go with I might do another, and then I want to ask you another one. Actually, I'll change my mind. Let's ask you another question.
Okay.
I want to know where you feel the most comfortable in your work.
Well, you know, to me personally, it's going to sound funny, but in an audience is where I feel the most comfortable. Even though that's where I'm nervous, that's where I feel the most comfortable. I feel like that that my personality and everything sort of shines. I feel like that I'm highlighted, so to speak. I think that everything's working at where it's supposed to be. I trust so much in my team. I trust so much in my spirit guides. I trust so much in that behind the scenes. It doesn't matter about how I feel. I know that they'll never let me down, and I'll never let them down either. You know, at the beginning when I done a few readings, you know, I got in the way, and when I first started, it sounds funny, but I've done more platforms than personal readings, so to speak. Like I've done a lot of readings on the phone now, but beforehand, I've only done like, say, 10 private readings, but I've done over, nearly 2,000 readings, so to speak. But I've only done, actually not 2,000 readings, sorry, probably about more like 1,500, but 10 private readings, if that makes sense. But I've done a lot of phone readings. I've done a lot of readings online, so to speak. But yeah, I think, to me personally, the audience is where I feel the most comfortable. I think that that's where I shine the most. I think that the spirit world, they use me as a vessel a lot better, so to speak. I just feel comfortable with that. Yeah.
Good on you. I think that's right. By the way, the noise went. Oh,
it went, Harry. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. We're going to jinx it now. It's going to come back. Or maybe it won't. Maybe it won't. Maybe it did go. It vanished. Oh my God, please don't come back. Okay. All right. So that is amazing. I love that. Let's ask another one. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything.
I can hear it again.
I know. I shouldn't have said that. All right. Let's. I knew it. As soon as I said I shouldn't have said anything.
It stopped.
It stopped. And then I was like, I shouldn't have said that. It's going to come back, and it did. Oh my God. Okay. Shh. It's gone. Okay. Let's go with another one. Everyone is laughing. Hold on a second. People are laughing. I know people are laughing. All right, let's get another one through.
Awesome.
This is a very straight to the point one. Kelly, liked and shared, will I have children?
Oh, beautiful. Okay, Kelly, there's a lot to that. There's a lot to that question. There really is. I feel like that you're quite young, and I don't know if you've got a partner. Just let me know in the comments and stuff like that. But it's a really, really tricky thing. It would be easy for me to say, yeah, I can see kids around you, and I really can see kids around you. So I don't know if you work with kids, but I do actually see kids around you. So I don't know if you at childcare or something on those lines, but I see that with you anyway. But let us know in the comments if that's correct or not. But it's a tricky one, it really is. I feel that if you want kids, I believe that will happen, unless there's a medical issue there that I'm not aware of. But I don't see kids now. I don't. I want you to find out and feel and be comfortable who you are. I feel like that you're a bubbly personality, but I feel like that you're hard on yourself. I really do. I feel like that you're hard on yourself, and I want you to stop that. I want you to remember that you're the most important person in your life. You are. If you're not right in yourself, no one else is, and I feel like that you're probably sort of guessing yourself as in, how come this is not happening for me? How come I'm not meeting this person? Or how come this is not happening? I want you to stop that too. I want you to believe in yourself and remember that you're lovely. And I want you to, and it really sounds easy to say this, but it's actually very, very hard to do. I want you to love yourself. It's so easy to say, but it's very, very hard to do. And I feel like that you're sort of hard on yourself. Every time you say something negative about yourself, I want you to say 2 things positive, okay? And I think that's going to help you in a lot of ways, because you know what? You are loved. You really are. I don't know if you're a cat lady as well. I'll end it in a minute, but I don't know if you're a cat lady, but I just felt like I had fur on my face or a bit of cat hair. So I feel like a cat's rubbing your face. And I feel like that you show love to the cat very, very easily. Just let us know in the comments if that's correct, but that's what I feel. And I'll leave it there. Thank you.
Amazing. Oh, that's great. Thank you. Okay, let's go with Karen's feedback. Thank you, Ben. I understand the chest issues, and yellow roses were part of his mother's passing. She was from Texas, and there's a song about the yellow roses of Texas. Those are the roses we put on her grave. Thank you. That's amazing. How good is that? Very good. Yeah. All right, let's go with hello to people who are just joining. Ben, tell me something that you want to work on when it comes to your spirituality.
Oh, good question, Harry. Spot on. To be honest, it sounds funny because when you first start, the connections are so strong, and you don't realize how strong they are until you sort of go into it more, and you don't need to feel their connections as strong because you're trusting spirits so much that they don't have to show it as strong, if that makes sense. I really like to be busy. I really do. I'm doing a lot of parties now and things like that. My thing I want now is to be more busy. I know it sounds funny, but I want to be more busy. It's not about fame and fortune for me. It's about working with spirit. So I would like to do more shows, more parties. I would like to be out there a little bit more. So to have that, I would like my I'm always changing the way I work, and I'm not set in one way, because every spirit's going to be different. So I'm okay about being different. I like how spirit makes things. Sometimes things are really, really difficult. I think, wow, nothing feels familiar with me, and I really feel like that the spirit world's trusting me with that. So if anything, I would like it to be better. I'd just like to be more busier, if that makes sense, personally.
I'm just organising you to do the filming.
Harry, you are a champion. I swear, you are a champion. Thanks, mate.
That's right. I'm just messaging. So
Harry,
I think if you can get that, yeah, and I know Jane loves you as well. So everyone loves you, but I'm just messaging with production, just making sure we get you there. Okay, so Ben, if you can definitely get that afternoon off,
yeah.
I hope I'm not stepping on anyone's toes by doing this, but I think it'd be great to have you there. So I think in the lead up to what you just answered, I think we can make that happen.
Thanks, Harry.
So that's
You're the
good.
best.
Of course.
You're the best,
I know. No, I know. All right, let's go with another one. Let's go with someone's asking when you're going back to Mingara.
Mingara. Is that up the coast?
Have you been there before?
I don't know. I've been up is that Central Coast, Mingara?
I have no idea. Or maybe someone thinks that I've been to Mingara. No, I don't think I have either. Or maybe I have many years ago. Or maybe I can't even remember. Maybe it's about me. I don't even remember. I've gone to so many places. I don't remember. Oh my God, it's probably me. Anyway,
it's probably you, man.
That's funny. Oh, Cherie wanted to have a party with Ben.
Yeah,
I've been so busy with all my son's stuff. Yeah, you should do it. Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, it was me apparently years ago. Yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyway, Teresa wants you to go to Brisbane. Speaking of Teresa, she's another one of our regulars. Let's do her.
She's lovely.
Hi, she's lovely. Hi, have liked, loved, and shared. Hi, Harry and Ben. I love you both. You are amazing and beautiful people. Are there any messages from Spirit or my guides? Please and thank you. That's a good question.
Oh, that's awesome. And it's Teresa. With your guides, I'll just touch Teresa. Sorry, with your guides, Teresa. They're always with you, and I want you to remember that your guides would be very similar to you. Your personality, there'll be that sort of people around you. I'll just touch on that for a minute. Your guides would be, if you're outgoing, your guides will be like that. If you're loving, your guides will be like that. If anything in your mind, how you are, your guides will be like that. They'll be listening to you. And if you haven't heard them, just listen a little bit longer, okay? And talk to them. Make an appointment to speak to them, so to speak. It's not about meditation, so to speak, but make an appointment to sit there and talk to your guides. And that's going to help you heaps. I know that you're doing a bit of reading and stuff like that with family, friends, or something on those ones, because I remember you saying something like that. I want you to remember that getting things wrong is going to be excellent, because it's going to help you get things right. I want you to feel comfortable, and I want you to do stuff like that, and that's going to help you. In the spirit world, as I was waiting, I was just reading and I'm thinking, who's in the spirit world for you? There's a lot of loved ones in the spirit world. It might be someone from overseas. I don't know. I feel like it's a cousin or something on those lines, Let us know in the comments, but it just felt like a younger man in the spirit world. I don't know how the bloodline was you, but I don't know. It sounds funny, but I felt like he was eating something very, very salty. So it might have been puppy Masema or something on those lines. Let us know in the comments if I got that right, that word, but puppy Masema or something along those lines. So it'll be interesting to see if you've got a family too, because I think that there's someone in the spirit world might have just passed, but it might be overseas, or it might be just, I don't know, like in the beach area, so to speak. So I don't know if there's a tropical area that you're from, or that part, but just let us know in the comments. But that's what it felt like for me. Your loved ones are around you. You really do. And I know that you've got a nice heart. And, I just quickly, I don't know if your house is really, really, I say cluttered, but it's not maybe cluttered, but there's a lot of stuff in your home. I want you to sort that out, okay, and maybe give a little things away. And you're holding on to things that no longer serve you, so to speak, or you're just holding on to them for the sake of holding on. I want you to start giving those things away to family and friends and stuff like that, and that's going to help you in other ways. I feel like that you're just a bit cluttered in your life, and that's probably why the Spirit's taken a step back. And I'll leave it there. Thanks, Harry.
Very good. Can you please do one for this lovely lady? She's lovely. Yeah. Hi, Kerry. Shared and loved. Will I sell my white Jeep soon, please, Ben?
Oh, Kerry, you know what? It's funny because, you know, Jeeps, they say that Jeeps have a lot of problems. Hope no one's watching this when they're going to buy your Jeep. They say that Jeeps have a lot of problems with, like, you know, electrical stuff like that. I don't know if that's why you're getting rid of it. I don't know if your radio's playing up or something on those lines. But as I heard that still in my car, I just felt like the radio's not tuned in properly. Let us know in the comments if your radio's playing up. But, you know, I don't know if you're going to trade that in, but maybe if you trade that in, you'll probably sell that a lot quicker as well. You know, sometimes, you know, just ask for the right amount too. I know that cars, there's a shortage of cars, believe it or not. So it's actually a seller's market at the moment. So it's funny that you're not selling it. Maybe you're asking a little bit too much. You know, I'm not saying to give it away, but maybe just sort of, you know, say if you're asking, let's just say you're asking for 6.5, you know, well, maybe ask for 6.3, you know, and they're going to knock you back a little bit, but then you're going to sell it, okay? If you want to get rid of it, you'll get rid of it. I'll leave it there. Thank you.
That's awesome. It is all about cars. I mean, I think, did you hear what I was talking about my car, how someone hit it in the car park? Did I tell you, did you hear that?
Yeah, I was listening, Harry, yeah. Bugger.
What a fiasco. So anyway, that's another story, isn't it? Can you do me a favor? I've got a friend watching. Hi, Christine. And there's a process normally to like a show, but this is a special show, and she's my friend.
Yeah.
She just wants to know if she's going to get a call about going back to her old job. She's still waiting for a phone call. So her name's Christine. And she wants to go back to her old job, and she's waiting on them to call her. She hasn't got the call yet to go back.
Yeah,
she's
Christine, you know, are you going to wait? You're waiting for that call, you know. And it's funny because you're sort of the person like who's a little bit impatient as well. And I know this is important, this job, and you want to go back to this job and stuff like that. You know, I know that you're very, very technically minded, so you're very good at what you do. I want you to maybe send them an email or give them a call instead of waiting. Give them a call. I feel like that you know someone in the job situation anyway, in the workplace, and I feel like that you can go behind everyone else and just check anyway. I feel like that this is a good role for you, and maybe I know that you've left the job, so you're coming back, you know, but you've left for the right reasons too. So I think that the timing is right. You know, just be patient too, but you will get that call. But maybe, you know, why wait? Actually, ring them or email them and go straight to the horse's mouth, so to speak. I think that it's going to be a positive thing in a lot of ways. You know, I think that you need this job too. I think that financially that, you know, or you want to just go back to work or something on those lines. You know, I feel like, I don't know if you've got long black hair, but I just picture you look with long black hair, and I feel like that you've got a really nice smile, and I want you to remember that push a bit. I don't know, just, you know, they always say the squeakiest wheel gets the most oil. Be that squeaky wheel, okay? And I'll leave it there. Thanks, Harry.
Very good, very good. So, Ben, we are just hustling to get you on this show. I'm just letting you know. So I'm just running. So anyway, let's give you feedback from Christine. I look forward to seeing you, Christine. I'm flying next week, and then again like a couple of weeks after, and I miss seeing you. Christine used to look after me. Just letting you know. In the Virgin Lounge in Sydney. Obviously, I'm from Melbourne, but obviously Melbourne to Sydney, I would be in the lounge waiting for my flight, which, let's be honest, they're always delayed, let's be honest. Yeah, anyway, I'm starting to fly a lot now again, and I was asking about her the other day when I went, and she wasn't there, but then she said that she's going back, so fingers crossed, yay. It would be awesome. Yeah, so I've got to fly next week. So again, Christine, I'm going to ask everyone about you, even though I already know. I'll just still make a noise because I think that might help that might help get the call happening.
There's a squeaky wheel.
There's a squeaky wheel. We'll see. I'm a bit of a squeaky wheel, aren't I?
Good on you.
Everyone's loved the show. Look at, I mean, everyone has loved the show, which I'm loving. Thank you guys so much.
I can't see any of the comments on my phone, Harry, so I can't see any comments.
The comments are amazing. Yeah, comments are amazing, Ben. Everyone loves you, and everyone's loved the show. Ben, I'm going to let you go.
Okay, Harry.
And if you want to take some calls, what a pleasure. Thank you so much for saying yes and doing this. I've loved it.
I was so honoured. I couldn't wait, Harry, honestly, to be honest with
you. Good. Yeah. Oh, amazing. I actually forgot about it until, obviously, I know every Saturday, but I forgot that tonight was a special show, and then obviously I figured it out. So I'm so glad we did this, Ben. You're a legend. So
thanks, Harry. I can't wait to meet you, Harry. Honestly,
me too. We'll get you there. We'll get you there. All right, mate. Thanks, I'll see you soon, and give Ben a call. He's on pin 9166.
Thanks, Harry. Talk to you soon, mate. Love you. See you, Harry.
Oh, you're great. You're great. See you, buddy.
Thanks,
bye.
Harry. Bye.
He's awesome. He's so awesome, and everyone loves him, and I love him, and we all love him. He's great. So everybody, the phone number in Australia is 0290710199. Phone number in the US is 1914373728. Phone number in Canada is 17788071426. And the mobile number worldwide is +61488825177. So that was Ben. And as I said, you can give him a call on pin 9166. And you can go to the website psychictvinternational.com for all of the information. And remember, next Thursday, we won't be doing a Facebook show. It'll be on the television show instead at 8:30, Foxtel Aurora. And the Facebook show will be back, I believe, the next Saturday, though. So I will see you all soon, and enjoy the television show next Thursday. And please get your tickets to the studio show, which, again, is all on our Facebook page. Good night, everyone.